Hi chicas, welcome back to Coffee with Las
Chicas!
Today we're going to be talking about our 20s experiences. So
Yes.
who wants to start?
The do's and the don'ts, right?
Well, yeah,
just
like
probably
what we wish we would have done and the things we wish we wouldn't have done.
Many things probably.
Don't
I
take
feel
your
like
face.
most of our best memories have been when we were in our 20s. I feel like we have done a lot.
We had
Yeah.
more availability, more time. So enjoy your early 20s and go out, because then you're going to be so busy with work, and if you're going to school, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Travel.
Yeah, one of the things that I wish
Sure.
I would have done more is while I was in school, try to enjoy life a little bit more. I think I was very focused, and all I was doing was really trying to focus in school. But I wish I would have enjoyed that time a little bit more. And the reason why I did enjoy it a little bit was because of Sarai, who would make me go out. But yeah, I mean, I think because we have a large group of friends, it was easy for us to plan trips together, and I'm glad we did that. So, but I wish we would have done it more.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like she said, we definitely had a little bit more time than we do now. Right now, I feel like we're just really, really busy with our careers, and it's even to have lunch. Sometimes it's really
so
hard, because everyone has different schedules. But yeah, I feel like we did a lot during our 20s, and we had really great
Experiences, memories.
So let's talk about them. What about we start with what has been one of your favorite memories?
Of your 20s, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I could say, I would always tell my parents, in my 20s, I want to enjoy it. I want to travel. I want to enjoy my life with friends, with family. I do not want to get married in my 20s. And I did it.
Mission accomplished.
I'm 32 and I'm happy with the way that I live my 20s, and I think I don't regret anything. I think I'm happy with everything I did. Maybe I should
So
have
what
not
did
done.
you do? What did you do?
I want to know.
Talk about that.
What did you do? Maybe even we want to know, since we probably don't remember.
Maybe that could be a different topic. But yeah, I think I enjoyed everything, and I don't regret anything at all.
Same here. I mean, like Elaine said, I will always tell everyone, oh, let's go out and stuff. And I mean, Regina and I actually spent a lot of time in college during our 20s, but I feel like I don't regret it, because we, at this point, her and I, it took us a little longer to get where we wanted to be, but we did it, and I feel like we also did a lot of fun things because of that, like Elaine said, she will be in school all the time, and she graduated really early, but for us, it was kind of I feel like timing, it's everything. And that was saying Regina's in our timing, and it doesn't mean that you won't get there. You will. But, just be patient, keep pushing, and when it's your time, it will be your time. Her and I have our careers now, and like she said, we don't regret anything. Everything we have done has made us who we are today, and that's awesome.
Now that you mentioned that, that's something that I can kind of relate to that, because for me, since I had my son at an early age, I had to pause my school for a little bit, and many of you made me relate to that. So, and now that you say that about everything happens for a reason, there's always a time for everything, and maybe if right now you think that maybe everything's falling apart, your life, maybe school is not for you, it's okay. Take a break, enjoy your life, take care of yourself too, and maybe it will come later. For me, it came many, many years later, but I was happy. I enjoyed every single minute of school. I'm still in school right now, and literally I have done everything that I would have never thought. It just comes, there's a time for everything.
Yeah. You just have to trust timing. I mean, it's different for everyone, and just because somebody graduated 4 years after high school. It doesn't mean that everybody will, and just because someone does or someone doesn't, it doesn't make anyone better or worse, or it just doesn't change anything. Everybody's different, and it just works different for everyone. So
and maybe like it's easier to say it than to actually do it. And maybe as us, like for example, we're Latinas, and it's maybe a little bit harder because like our culture kind of like has a timeline. That's what we all think, expectations more than anything. But there's no timeline. Don't expect anything from anybody. It's your life. We're all different. Like just wait. You know, your time will come.
Speaking about expectations and Latina families, everybody expects us to be married in our 20s, but is any of us married? No.
Well, and things will happen at different times, and you'll go through a lot of things. Like, I was engaged, I walked out of that because I was not happy. So don't stay in an engagement or in a relationship to make other people happy, to make your family happy because other people are like, you've been together for so long, you can't walk away. No, if you're not happy in your heart and you've been trying to make something work, relationship, work, school, you're not passionate about it anymore, you lost interest, like, move on. You're not supposed to stay somewhere permanently. Make yourself happy because it's your life, it's not other people's.
Exactly. I think the 20s for me were definitely a time of learning and experiencing things. I had a different experience than everyone. I did pursue college and going to university, going to grad school in my 20s, but I will tell the same thing to everyone. Like just how they mentioned, it's not something that you're supposed to do in a certain amount of time. Definitely trust timing. Also, people's priorities are different or their desires are different. That's not a path that is set in stone for everyone. It changes. And I think we have all learned that in our 20s, our interests will change, our desires will change, and that's to me what it's been all about.
Yeah. Life happens, but as long as you're happy, honestly.
Yeah, like I started wanting to pursue a career, and life took me a different path, and now like I'm happy.
Yeah, like I mean, I feel like my priority was going to Vegas because I was there all the time. To be honest.
Okay, but how many times did we go to?
But you know, like
every weekend.
We used to do. I mean, like to the point that I remember my sister one time. She was like, "Oh my God, I saw one of your friends from high school. You know, when I went to pick up her son, and then she's like." And she was like, "Oh, so you moved to Vegas, right?" No, she just goes there a lot.
Pretty much.
You know, like I feel like we had great experience. I mean, we go to the club a lot. You know, like they mentioned, we did a lot of trips as well. And we actually even, well. Like they said, we're not supposed to be married, but we actually proposed to one of us boyfriends. We actually serenade him and everything. I remember it. Like, you know, things happen for a reason. Moving forward, but yeah, like we had a lot of crazy experiences. Like we throw a lot of amazing parties too.
Oh yeah,
our Halloween,
can't forget that.
Yeah, our Halloween parties were like. Everything. Literally everything. You know, and we did a lot.
And again, I think we did a lot because we had all of us.
We had it.
And I think we were all different, but we all bring something different to the table. And just being together, I think, just made our 20s a lot more enjoyable. We always had someone to count on, and I think that's very important to have in your 20s because you want a good group of friends that are gonna help you be better as a person and not just not just tell you what you want to hear. And I think that's what makes us very unique as a group.
I think it would be a good tip, right? Like try to find a great group of friends. Yeah. Even if it's just one, it's okay. As long as you have someone to trust, somebody to like always look up for, or like somebody to lean on to.
Yeah. Like I could always count on Sarai to try to get me drunk, but I also could count on her to make sure that we were all safe. Like that was one of her things. Like she always made sure that
Yeah.
we were in a safe place, a safe environment, and that if we were going to drink, that we would drink at her house.
Right. Or like even when we go out, I'm like, I came with 5 of them. I'm leaving with 5.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
you know, it's like we always had each other's back, and
Yeah.
we always make sure like we were always safe and everything.
We always had a DD or Uber.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It does. Please don't drink and drive.
Yes.
Another thing too that we did in our 20s actually, Elaine and I moved to LA.
Yes, but that was something very big for both of us. I mean,
It
we
really
both
was.
left crying.
We did. We were living at home until
Yes.
we actually moved to LA. So it was a huge thing, you know. It was like we actually didn't know anyone in LA, you know, and it was a whole new experience. We learned a lot. We were like, we need to go out and like meet people, you know, and that was, we learned a lot,
Yeah.
like about each other, and also like we grew as a person too when we were.
I think for us, also being part of a Latina family, we tend to get a little too nurtured from our parents, and they don't, well, at least for me, it's hard for them to just let me go and explore my life. So I think for me, moving to LA and being away from my family, and I have a large family, so they do keep me busy, but moving away and not having anyone to count on made me just learn a lot more about myself, and having at least Sarai there was very helpful. And again, we learned a lot from each other, and it was a great experience. I would have done it again.
You know what's funny is like I feel like I had Sarai there with me because I went away for college.
Oh, yeah, she
my
did.
19 years old, so 20s.
Like I said,
But she was there often to visit me. It was hard, not just moving away to a different city, but moving away for college. I was
Yeah.
happy to have experienced that college life. That to me, that's what's memorable because it started off my 20s.
Right.
I think
Yeah,
the moral of the story is find your Sarai. You can always rely on her literally. Like she will always be there for you. I think it's very important to have that person in your group, right? In your
Yeah.
circle of friends.
You know,
to-
it's funny that you said that because I always tell people that I actually went to UCLA because I'm like, I just felt like I went here, you know. And it was a lot of fun. I remember visiting you two all the time, and we always had a great time,
Yeah.
you know. We also experienced of like when your parents tell you not to drive a car
Oh my
far
God.
away, don't do it because it will break down.
That's a huge story though.
One thing I would like to recommend to everyone is not just surround yourself with people you trust, but people who have the same underlying values as you. I feel like that's going to make your experiences worthwhile, and it's going to add more meaning and just add to your overall well-being.
I do think it's important to surround yourself with people that do have the similar values, but you can't just be so exclusive, right? I mean, that's just when you're gonna be maybe drinking or heavily drinking, where you need someone to, you know, you need to be doing that with people that you really trust. But if you're just, you know, going out for lunch or just hanging out, I think that's when you can be open to all kinds of people, but as long as you're being responsible with your behavior. But when you're just doing things that can get dangerous, I think you just have to be with people that you really trust, like when you're just out drinking.
There's certainly some truth to you are who you surround yourself with.
Yes.
That is true.
It's not 100%, you can be completely different, but there is some truth to that.
I agree with that. Like
I
parents always say.
Your parents always,
Yeah.
for the most part, they're right, even though when you feel like they're not.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you don't know anything, but honestly, at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
don't
like,
close yourself off to people, but I think a goal, and you'll be successful if you surround yourself with people who are like-minded, who share not necessarily a similar goal, but want something out of life and something for you as well. They wish that upon you.
And we don't even want to scare you. I mean, like, we want you to go out. That's another thing, right? It's like, how else are you going to meet your
Right,
friends?
yeah.
Enjoy
Like,
your
you
life.
need to enjoy your
Yeah.
life. Go out, experience yourself. Like, what better thing than like your experiences too, right?
Mhm.
Like, we just want to give you some tips, but at the end of the day, it's your experience, it's your life. Like you said, like, we all have different lives, different styles. So you just have to find it. And I feel like that's what your 20s are for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just explore as much as you can.
As long as you're safe.
Literally.
And be safe, of course.
Have fun.
But yeah, I feel like, you know, we're all happy of how our 20s play out, and I wouldn't change it. Of course, like, I'm blessed and thankful that I got to experience it with these girls. Because we always had a great time, and you know, like, we grew as a group of friends too, you know, like, I think because of everything that we experienced when we were 20, well, when we were in our 20s, that's why we are so, like, close, you know, and our bond is, like, so strong.
It's what made us sisters.
Yeah, it's what helped us.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you guys again for being here with us, and enjoy your coffee, your tea, or whatever it is that you're drinking.
Your choice of beverage.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, follow, and comment, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.